Guys, as we all know, Dragon Ball Super ended many years ago. We all fans desperately need some new Dragon Ball anime content as the hype around Dragon Ball is slowly but surely dying. And the latest arc of Dragon Ball Superhero prequel arc is turning out to be even more disappointing than the previous two arcs of Moro and Granola. It's been around 3 months since this arcade has started and people are showing no interest in the story arc, even when we are seeing Goten and Trunks as teenagers for the first time in Dragon Ball Super. As now that we have finally reached the superhero movie arc, it will at least take 3 to 4 months as per my sources before this arc finishes. The movie, as we know, did decent business and was not such a big disappointment as people thought it would be, but we still cannot deny that the movie was basically a ripoff of Cell Saga. And once again, we didn't get any explanation for the new form that was achieved by our protagonist. Now, if the manga takes a separate route than the movie and explains how Gohan was able to achieve the beast form, which is highly unlikely as we never see any explanation about these new forms in Dragon Ball Super canon anymore, then there is a chance that people will show some kind of interest in the story. Otherwise, even if you skip the next 3 to 4 chapters of DBS manga and you have already watched the movie, then, believe me, you will not be missing out on anything. In an era where we are getting so many fan mangas that have so much depth like Dragon Ball Ultra Vegito, Dragon Ball New Hope, Dragon Ball Bloodlines, Dragon Ball Kakumi, and Dragon Ball Hakai, I am very much unsure why official Dragon Ball Studio cannot give the fans similar kind of story, and when our childhood masterpiece is becoming a classic example, that some stories should just end when the time comes. Our only hope now is that the anime, whenever it will return, should give us better story arc of the stories that we are getting in the manga. And I would really want that the story in anime take a different route than the story we saw in the manga, as I am not the only person who think there is a lot that can be improved in both the previous arcs. In December of 2022, we received some news that the Dragon Ball Super anime might be making a comeback, and there was also a news about a new Dragon Ball web anime and TV anime in works, so there was news of total 2 anime projects. The TV anime was going to be the continuation of our current Dragon Ball storyline and would have continued after the Tournament of Power arc, but there was no news on what that web anime was about. But many leaks told us that anime will have a separate story, totally different from our current Dragon Ball storyline. But after many delays, the leakers told everyone that both the anime projects are again delayed, and there is no fixed timeline when these animes may get announced by Dragon Ball Studios. But the promising news is that the leakers are still standing by what they said, and they are still saying that web anime might still be coming this year, means in 2023, and the projects were delayed. But there is still going to be a new anime project for Dragon Ball this year, which to say the least is very exciting news for Dragon Ball fans. As per the leakers, we can get the news about this new anime project in the upcoming months. The web anime is not going to be about the current storyline of the manga, but it will be kind of a side story. The story will be canon to the Dragon Ball universe, but it may take place in another timeline, or maybe even another universe. And I would really like to see Planet Sadala stories explored a bit more, as Saiyans are not fully explored in Dragon Ball, and this could be a great way to explore different species of Dragon Ball universe. But still, I would say to my audience to take this news with a grain of salt, as we all have been burnt before with this kind of news, and this could still turn out to be fake, or maybe the project still may get delayed even further. There are a lot of story arcs that can be explored in Dragon Ball timeline, and even spin-off of the original stories can become huge, and can earn a lot of money for the Toei Animation and Shonen Jump studios. Like Vegeta's past was never explored, we are yet to see how original Planet Sadala was destroyed, the actual story behind it, and also who can forget about the future Trunks timeline, and the whole story of future Gohan when Goku died, and what happened to future Trunks when he reached back in future, where there was already a Trunks in that timeline. I will keep sharing the news that I hear with you guys. Until then, subscribe to the channel, and I will keep bringing you news and entertaining videos about Dragon Ball. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts about this news, and let me know if you want me to cover any specific topic related to Dragon Ball. I will meet you in my next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.